A big YouTuber is calling for some crazy changes to the shields, the Evo shields, the shield bats, the shield cells, the Phoenix kits. And he's a guy that's got a lot of influence, so I would not be surprised if Respawn listens. Also, the gameplay trailer has been announced and posted over on their Twitter page with the announcement, and a lot of the fans in the comments are standing up to Respawn regarding the next-gen console update and some discussion regarding the third-person mode in Apex Legends. So make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new as always. If we gain 100 subscribers off of this video, I'll fill up my bathtub with Glytch energy and have my wife hold my head down to drown me. I'm not kidding, I'll do it. Okay, so first off, let's talk about this big YouTuber who's actually pinpointing what he considers to be a major flaw in Apex Legends, that being none other than the man, the myth, the legend, DrDisRespect. And this is what he says in a Dexerto article, saying Respawn has got the balance of shields, quote, so wrong. Now, the doc actually made a video saying everything that's wrong with Apex Legends. And in this video, one of his quotes here is saying, I'm just shooting the freaking shields. He also says, I'm literally just shooting shields for nothing. We literally break the shield to the very last silver, and it's just not enough. It's just not ever enough. What I liked about the article as well is they went on to say it's not Doc's only issue with Apex, with the streamer poking fun at the game's glitches, including one where Valkyrie performs a finisher with an arrow protruding from her head. In the past, he's also called for an overhaul to the Battle Royale's audio system. So there's obviously plenty of issues for Respawn to uphold the standard of DrDisRespect. What's funny is DrDisRespect obviously has his own game in the work, and whenever it comes out, obviously I'm assuming maybe it will have some type of shield, but I would assume maybe not nearly as much as Apex Legends, and it'll probably be more relatable to H1Z1 and PUBG. But what is interesting is Apex actually has had an update in the past. Some of you may be new to the game, you may have not actually remembered this, but there was a time in Apex where they came out with an update and essentially nerfed every single shield by 25 HP. So the blue was only 2, and then the purple was only 3 ticks. The red would have obviously been 4. Honestly, I don't even know if there was red at the time. I'm not gonna lie, I personally do like a lower time to kill, and I actually did like the update that they made back then. Unfortunately, it did not last long at all. The people complained about it. It got reverted pretty quickly, and I don't really blame the fans to a sense, because you're already used to it for about a year. Of course, you're not gonna like it. If it was something that the game came out with immediately, maybe it would be a little bit different. But whenever you got players playing this for a year and then all of a sudden you make a big change like that, it's not going to go well with players. But I do think that, you know, hey, look, a Kraber to the head is not a kill. Is that the Kraber's fault for being nerfed, or is it the fact that there's too much health in the game? Regardless of which way you believe about that, I just definitely think the Kraber headshot needs to be a kill, point blank, no questions asked. But another argument that you could make is not the fact necessarily that, you know, just the red armor has 125 HP, the purple has 100 HP. Maybe those are too much. You could also argue the fact that in other games, I can't remember if it was H1Z1 or PUBG, but like a lot of times people are okay with having a shield that's like cracked at 57% or something. So there's also the potential discussion of what if you took the route and kept the purple shields, kept the red shields in the game, but maybe just nerf the amount of shield batteries, Phoenix kits, and shield cells that are in the game. And maybe if it was more common for people to be walking around with a half red shield or a 3/4 red shield or something. Now, another problem with that though is we've been spoiled in this game for 3 years, and now it would absolutely trigger me to not be able to fully shield up my shield. If it was common for all 3 of the players to be walking around and could not fully shield up, dude, it would kill me. But when you do compare it to shields on the ground in other games, it is a little bit less common in other games, I believe, than it is Apex. But then again, Apex is not those other games, so you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. Now, another discussion that is going on, I'm actually happy for this one. I'm happy that the fans have stood up to Respawn and are actually saying something here. So Apex Legends actually posted this on their Twitter, saying tune in tomorrow, August 1st at 8 a.m. PST, obviously 11 a.m. Eastern time, to see what's new in Apex Legends Hunted. Obviously, this is going to be the gameplay trailer. We're going to see a little bit more of the actual King's Canyon. We're going to see a little bit more of the new Legend Vantage and the actual abilities being used in the game, not just theoretically from like a, you know, animated version, but the legit game. But I just want to say, Thornton Smash also made a video calling it another filler season, because a lot of the fans have been saying this just feels like a filler season leading up to season 15, because that one should be the big one. There should be a new map. There should be all kind of stuff in the next season. So a lot of people are just saying, look, they're just trying to, you know, kill time here, just get through it. This is just a filler. But a lot of people are also commenting here. I'm happy for them. Honestly, the console players deserve this. They're standing up saying, yo, stop lying to us about the next gen console update. Obviously, we've had this next gen console update for a while, but we know it's not really next gen. And the reason, because it doesn't have 120 hertz like it actually was supposed to. So this is actually one of the comments here. Next gen console update, question mark, or did you just lie to us from the start? And another comment here saying 120 hertz from consoles. There were many other comments here under this thread saying, what about the 120 hertz from console? What about the next gen update you promised? And I told you guys that the route that they were going to be taking is exactly what they're doing. They're going to say, hey, we brought the next gen console update. Don't worry. You know, we delivered our promise just like we said we would. But the main feature, obviously, that everybody wanted was the 120 hertz. And they don't bring that. And they're like, oh, well, we got that coming later. Just be patient with us. But, you know, next time you say we didn't bring the next gen console update, consider yourself a liar, because yes, we did. To be honest with you, here lately, I really felt bad for the console community. There's a lot of people on console right now that are dying to get over to PC. They got their PCs ready. They're wanting to play. They're just waiting for cross progression. Then I shared the news with you guys the other day where an Apex Legends developer literally was suggesting to someone to not wait for cross progression because he doesn't believe that they're going to have it set up the way that people want it. Therefore, he's saying you should just go ahead and start fresh on the PC, because that's what I did, because I don't think we're going to have cross progression set up right. And I was like, that's kind of concerning. You know what that makes me believe? That makes me believe they're going to have some type of wiggle around where they can push this little update that they call cross progression and not bring the main feature that everybody really wants. Therefore, when someone says, hey, we want cross progression, they're going to be like, oh, well, we already brought cross progression, but that one feature that you really want, yeah, just wait for it. We're working on it. To be honest with you, I hope I'm wrong. I really want to be wrong about this, because I want this game to thrive. I want this game to have all the features that we want. It's just super frustrating when people have constantly been asking for the same thing, or obviously they have this expectation that Respawn should bring this one thing and Respawn just doesn't do it. But I really, really, really hope that I am wrong. I also probably would expect, before you see anything like cross progression or this 120 hertz on the next gen console update, I would probably see some type of an attempt to fix all of these bugs that are in the game. Many are constantly been going around. We've talked about the no regs for all of this time. I'm not going to keep harping on the no regs because we know that they're a thing in the game. Unfortunately, there was this bug that I've actually not seen this issue in quite some time. It's actually been a while since I've seen this bug happen, but it looks like it's happening again, and actually sparked the discussion of the old game mode, the third person mode. So first off, take a look at this clip, watch this bug, and just see how incredible this game is.
Waiting.
Alert 5, Valkyrie on standby, ready for burn. Main engine burn.
No way he gets stuck on that.
No
Oh
way.
my god, I do it.
No, cause
No.
wait, where is he?
He's
running.
This might be
He's
so
going off now.
He has two cables coming out of him, or he had to.
Just land in the same spot. Where'd you go?
So as you can obviously tell, two different bugs that are going on here, one being a third person mode, and that actually sparked the conversation of people saying, hey, remember back in the day we had this third person mode? I think Crowdrindo also made a post on here the other day just saying maybe one day, hopefully we'll get this game mode back again. But the other bug you saw is where he went up with the Valkyrie ult and then got teleported across the map into the zone and immediately died. We obviously also seen this bug in the ALGS World Championship where they were competing for millions of dollars on the line, and this guy actually Valk ulted, got teleported, and no one out of Respawn really batted an eye. I mean, they didn't say anything. All the fans reacted. All the fans were making tweets and YouTube videos about it, and Respawn was just like, oopsie, I guess. So I would maybe make a little bit more of an expectation of them to fix these bugs first before they add features like cross progression, 120 hertz, and so on and so forth. But I'm not saying it's completely out of the realm of possibility. I just think that maybe they're going to say, hey, we got a little bit bigger fish to fry right now. But nonetheless, even though the fans are saying this is a filler season, even though people are frustrated about the 120 hertz and the cross progression, and even though the bugs are going on in the game like crazy, and even though DrDisRespect think the shields are wrong, I'm actually pretty excited to play the new season. Not because it really looks amazing, but more so the fact that this season has looked so atrocious and I'm ready to get off of it. Maybe it's because I'm a day one player, but I just love King's Cannon and I'm so glad to be back. I know she's got her blemishes and her glimmers, but I still love her. Hopefully the balance changes, buffs, and nerfs that they make to some of the legends are actually going to make the game feel a little bit newer, or a little bit more refreshing. I'll let you guys know exactly what's going on, so make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, stay updated as always. And like I said, if we gain 100 subscribers off this video, I can check the stats of it. I will fill my bathtub up with Glytch energy, and you know the rest. I don't know if YouTube will demonetize for saying stuff like this. Regardless, take care of yourselves. It's Vibe or Die, only positivity, and until the next time, later, Gators.